Hey Moonstress. Hey Shelley. Oh, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Sorry. Yeah, just have to lift it up a little piece. Small piece, because it's the fabric on my skin is like, the heck? It's hot, man. It's hot, it's hot, it's hot. I don't even know what to do. It's so fucking hot. Let's cleanse cards then. Let's cleanse cards. I've got different decks now. I'm going to use Hoodoo Tarot. We're going to do the Catch a Bird spread. Not necessarily trying to catch birds, but I love the questions that they ask. Venus Day, Sage Stick, available at Mama D Products website. Link below. You know, I love it. Alright, let's cleanse up these cards. Also going to use a couple of Romance Angels. Why not? Oh my god, it's so hot. Fucking don't know what to do. I feel crazy. It's hot. Thank you, Nima. Oh. Got soundtrack. You lot hear the music good? Is it faint? Is it loud enough? Talk to me. So I'm going to adjust the volume now before we even start pulling. Whew. See, my mosquito bites are not so bad. They're actually quite faint. Remember how bad they were? Not so bad. This is bio oil and vitamin E oil. Killing it. Oh, it's perfect. Thank you, Nima. Gonna keep the goddess cards. And use a bit of crystal. Use the crystals, definitely. Hey Gail. It's Kate. Hey Jacqueline. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, I love it. All we got is supernatural love. That's all we got. Alright. That's all. That's fucking all. That's all. That's all. Woo. Hit the like button when y'all come in, my loves. Guys, well, I'm acting like I'm 5 here because I don't think I've ever done a love read. Have I ever done a love? No, I have never done a love reading where I'm in love and I'm loving out loud. I've never done a reading in love before. So here we go. Okay, so let's see how this goes. Be interesting. Hoodoo Tarot. Yeah, we love it. Catch a bird. Thank you, guys. Thank you. But my hair, my scalp's sweating. I don't want my hair to shrink. Oh, thank you. I'll give you lots of this love sage. It's so beautiful. Some for me, some for you. Some for you, some for me. Love it. Available on the website, guys. The Pink Sage Venus Day stick is my favourite stick of all of the sticks. Ooh. Alright, guys. Got me some huge piece of rose quartz as well. Okay. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna smoke first. I mean, we've got a bit of time. What I want to say. What does the angels want to say? Angel says supernatural love, and I'm gonna love you till my heart stops beating. It's cute, right? It's cute, right? This top doesn't look right. Why don't you look right? You alright now? I think so. I said to Ralphie's dad today that I was gonna ooh, this is lovely. I'm sorry, I got distracted. The makeup came off like straight gold on my finger. It's so pretty. Look, it's so pretty. Anyway, I said to Ralphie's dad today that I was definitely going to speak on behalf of the black man today. For anybody that's dealing with a black man, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in your brother, your father, your cousin, your nephew, whatever black man you're dealing with, I wanted to talk on behalf of them. Oh yeah, Ralphie's not mine. Do you not know that? I'm the dog sitter, but you know, we just fell in love with each other. But I'm actually the dog sitter. So I was with Ralphie's dad today when he came to pick him up, and I was just like, guys, I need to speak for you and just ask for. They don't want our pity, but they do need a little bit of mercy right now from us. Not so much pressure, ease up on the expectations. We're going through a lot right now, and having to remember, like I said, to really redefine what it means to them to be men, to be masculine, to be free, to be happy, to be at peace. And I just feel like whatever decisions they're making right now, whatever moves they're making, we must do all we can to support them, because the expectation, I don't know, because I've never dealt with any other man except the black man, and the expectation is so unrealistic at this point, especially if we're redefining what defines us as wealthy, as happy, as peaceful, as abundant. So thank you, Foxy Moon Premier, beautiful sister. Thank you, guys. You know, and not every masculine is divine. We all know that. We got that right. So calling everybody divine masculine, divine feminine is madness. Not everybody is divine right now, or if they are, that not everybody's exercising it. So you know, just be clear about, you know, I'm not saying give mercy to the waste man, to the narcissist, to the leech, to the no good baby daddy. No, none of that shit. Oh, me too. I love me a black man. Jesus. So all I'm saying, but for those that are really in the process, doing the work, being affected by all of the shifts, and actually moving, flowing through them, can we just ease up with our expectations, with our leaning. You know, we already are supposed to be in some interdependent energy already. So you see what this chick's singing about. She's saying like she took advantage of the love that was being given to her. Now that you're gone, she wants you more. Don't do that to yourself. Hey, Minoa Smith. I know I botched up your name, I'm sorry. And this is for a lot of you as well that have just embarked on new situations, new relationships. Remember that video that me and my sisters did a while back where we did true love exercises, demons. And if you are going to run every time a demon is pulled out of you, you're going to be singing like my girl. I forget her name. What's her name? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. What's her name again? Anyway, be like, sis, because what you've embarked on, especially those of you who are in new. No, it ain't Monica. Shit, what's her name? Anyway, for those of you that are embarking on new situations, like myself, you are going to have the demons exercise the fuck out of you. And every time they come up, all you got to do is don't flinch and do something different. Don't do what you're used to doing. When you're scared, don't run. Don't lace up them fucking shoes and start taking off, because that's not what you're supposed to do, because you're going to be like, sis, and that's all I wanted to say about that. Deborah Cox, Gail. Deborah Cox, Gail. Deborah Cox, Gail. Gail said Deborah Cox. Yeah, I'm putting you one love, angel, because it was on the fucking tip of my tongue. So, Gail, this is for you. Don't know, joining up our ancestors, guides, angels, and all the things. Get me so that I can just quickly give you one card for that. Because it would have driven me mad, and then the song would have finished, and it still would have driven me mad, and I wanted to give it to you. So here you are, Gail. Thank you. Deborah Cox. Don't want to be like Deborah. I got you, girl, man. I got you, girl. Let me pull this card for you. Oh. This could be the one, girl! I love it for you. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic part that you seek. I hope that doesn't confuse you, but this could be the one. Whoever you think it is, it is. I'm happy for you. All right, boom. Let's do this spread. Catch a bird. Let's do it. Whew, it's really hot. Jesus, my Jesus. Me fan there. Me fan there. Woo! Lord of mercy. My pleasure. You helped me. I help you. Alright, I love this spread. I think I want to smoke for. I'm confused. ADHD is kicking in 100. I want to do all of the things all at once. I'm slightly nervous. Like I said, I've never done a love reading in love before. I've never done that. In all the years I've been pulling cards, so Hey, Rusi from Puerto Rico. I love it. Like I said, the mercy that we're showing is not for those roadmen, the wasteman there, that would rather hug the block than hug you. Yeah, me? The fuck is that? 42 laws of Ma'at. We talked about in the Lion's Gate that the masculine were really coming into their sacral energy, coming into their creativity, to help balance in these 42 laws of Ma'at. I'll read them at the end if you don't want me to. If you do, just let me know, because they are long. There's 42 of them. So we're going to do this catch a bird spread only because, not necessarily to catch the bird, but to look at these energies in a way that we can support each other. So what they do, they look at the masculine and divine, the divine masculine, divine feminine energies, and if there are any niggly things coming up for the collective, what are they and how can we work through them? So the first question is, what's the root of the problem? If there's a problem, what is the root of it? So that you're not making assumptions and you're not jumping to conclusions. Because, you know, for me, when I'm scared, I'll just put on my shoes and get up and lace them up and be off, rather than say I'm scared. But I'm learning to say I'm scared. Okay, great. So I'll read the 42 laws at the end. All right. So for any of you that have experienced any discomfort and uncomfortability at this time in your love ship, what's the root of the problem? Let's have a look. I mean, I can guess, but let's have a look. Oh my God, for Willow, yeah, you know, if you heard me a couple of times say, Willow, oh my God, the plant, I'm going to take a picture and show you. This is the plant I'm talking about. Willow gave me this plant. There was 3 leaves on her, no, 4, maybe 5. She was tiny, and she was in a bag. Now look at her. Look at her, Willow. Look how she's doing. She's moving crazy, and she's got these things growing out of her. Wait, she's got these things growing out of her. These growing out of her everywhere. They're everywhere. There's so many of them, and they're down to the. Look at this. Look how long this one is. This one's. Look how long it is. What's this? What is it? So they're all growing out of her. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are, but yeah, she's doing her own thing. She's loving it here. She's flourishing. So yeah, I'm happy for both of us. Bring you a bit closer so I can read. So yeah, a card for that shit. What's the root of the problem? Ace of Coins. Okay. So, like I said, there's a redifferentiation for everybody here about our self-worth and how we define ourselves, how we define others. And so we've got the Ace of Coins, which normally represents I'm sorry that you broke up, but are you sorry that you broke up? I'm not going to get distracted. Ace of Coins. So the Ace of Coins is, to me, if there's a problem, it's got something to do with money. In this depiction, there is a lucky coin that's been baked into a pie, which in, you know, old hoodoo tradition, that was, if you got the coin that was in the pie, you know, that's good luck, that's good fortune, it's looking wonderful for you. But here's the thing. Now, do you remember throughout the process of this whole ascension thing, the divine feminine has steady been on her queen? Even in the, I swear, the last reading I did, I don't know why I'm not losing my mind for MJ, because you already know I lose my mind. So even in the last love reading I did all 6 weeks ago, that was everything to do with, remember when I was saying like the divine feminine is gonna be focused on her coin, but the whole point is to put herself in places and situations that she's never been before, and you know, so she can meet new people and have new experiences. Remember I was saying that? So and then on the flip, the divine masculine was dealing with a lot of emotional stuff, a lot of redefining of who and what the masculine energy actually is, trying to ground and root themselves in this whole spiritual journey, trying to find their feet basically. So can you imagine now when y'all are bucking on each other in a new setting, so to speak, and the divine feminine she's all right financially, she's doing all right, and the next thing you know, the masculine energy that you're bucking on is not as comfortable as the divine feminine is in their finances, but because they've been brought up to believe, everybody's been brought up to believe that the man provides, and that, you know, a woman categorically should not support a man, and if they do, you know, what's that all about? You know what I mean? It's not the way forward. I'm hearing Shirley Brown, woman to woman, woman to woman. Hello? Is this what's her name? My name. If I know you, yeah, you best believe I barely remember your name. Can I speak to? Yeah, this is Shirley. Yeah. Well, the man you're in love with, he's mine. From the clothes on his feet, to the car that he drives and every piece of food he eats. You see, I make that possible. Listen, Shirley went mad. And she was like, woman to woman. If you've ever been in love, yeah? You're going to do whatever it takes to keep your man. Now, I grew up on that song. That's one of my mum's favorite songs. But to be honest, I never saw my mum mind no man. I never saw that shit, to be honest. But I never saw no man mind my mum either. You get me? So, so it was always very confused. But then when I think about it, actually, just because I didn't see it, didn't mean that it wasn't happening. And I'm not condoning it neither. Barbara! Jag TV, where's your card? Jag TV, can I speak to Barbara? Here's your card. Here's your card, Jag TV. Can I speak to Barbara? Barbara, this is Shirley. I don't care if you come out on a bag on me, or you cool. I'm just gonna tell you the fuck. It's the opening. It's the opening of them type of songs used to give me life. Jag TV, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. All right, baby girl? I get you. And I was thinking the same motherfucking thing, Foxy. I get you, because I've been married, innit? And I'll just be honest with you. We met when we were 16 years old. So, you know, we went through some shit before we got to adulting. Actual adulting. I was reminding him of this the other day, because we're cool, you know. That's one of my best friends in the world, man. So we're cool. So, but I remember, but then when I think about it, the reason how he got me, yeah, in the 90s, we're 90s love, 92, exactly, 1992. Reason how he got me, because man used to buy me Chinese and put me in a cab home and all these things. And then, but that's because he was living at home with his mum. When life shit got real, and he had to be on them streets supporting himself and doing what he needed to do in order to keep his masculinity, so to speak. You know, things were kind of amazing. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, we didn't want for anything. We didn't need anything, even though everything that he was doing was absolutely illegal. And then when he did turn his life around, I'm sorry, baby, if I'm talking about you like this, but you know, you should be really fucking proud of the story, man. When he did decide to turn his life around, things were a struggle because he had to come off them streets and I had to support him. You know what I mean? And But when he did get on his feet, he supported us back. You know what I mean? And I know to this day, if I need anything, if I needed anything, any coin, anything, I know I could call my ex-husband, and my ex-husband would drop that P without hesitation, without an argument. So really and truly, you know, this business of, you know, not wanting to support your man when he's in a financial hardship or difficulty, you know, it's not the most palatable thing for a lot of us, because we have been burnt and stung. But when I look at it perspective, I've changed my perspective, and I'm like, hold on, he started off supporting me. He started off showing me certain things first. And then, you know, when things turned and it was my turn to hold him up, you know, I did what I needed to do. And then when the tables turned again, he did what he needed to do. Do you understand? And I feel like sometimes we can get lost in the sauce when we're still trying to wait for a man or the masculine energy to support us. And when I say masculine energy as well, how does that also work when it's the same sex? You know what I mean? Is it the masculine energy in the same sex shit that needs to, you know, uphold that masculine role? Or y'all doing things evenly? You know, I don't know, so y'all have to tell me. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be ups and downs, and sometimes you're not going to be up at the same time. Sometimes you're not going to be down at the same time. So if at this moment in time, a masculine energy that you're dealing with is dealing with some type of financial hardship, feel no fucking way, Divine Feminine, if you are in a position to support your nigga. I said what I said, and I said it with my fucking chest, right? Can we move on? Because when they get back on their feet, they will do the same for you. And if you haven't experienced that before, I don't know. You know, I don't know. I've experienced both. I've experienced pouring in financially, spiritually, physically into somebody who gave nothing back at all, and that bitch kept me bitter. The fuck, I still, whenever I think about him, I think, where's my money? Don't say hi to me without saying, baby, I got some pee for you. Don't get twisted. That motherfucker still got me feeling some type of way. But you know what? He never asked me for £1. I was the one that poured into him without him asking. You understand? And that's in my save a hoe days. Or save a nigga days. But I'm not really doing that shit no more. But what I am doing, if somebody that I love, and it's not just the masculine energy, it's people that you love. If people that you love are falling on hard times, feel no way to support them. The last reading, I swear, one of the last things that we must have said was in order to, I think we pulled the new moon in Aquarius, and something said do charitable work. It's not necessarily charity work, but it is helping those who you love when they are in need. What the fuck is wrong with that? And if that happens to be the masculine energy, what? I'm talking to myself as well. Just don't get twisted. Because like I said, I've been in both situations where, you know, I've had niggas stealing from me. Steal my money. Steal it. And never seeing that bitch again. You know, so I'm just saying, if you have been burned by such a situation, if you trust this partnership or this connection that you're in right now, and this problem arises, feel no way to support your nigga or support your bitch. Please, I beg. Because, you know, this is what this is all about. Like I said, you're not always going to be up at the same time. You're not always going to be down at the same time. Sometimes it's going to be like this, and you're going to have to be pouring into each other until you meet in the middle at some point. And you will, especially if you are about partnership, about building, about creating. Because even if you're pouring into somebody, let's not say somebody, let's say your masculine or your feminine energy, because it could be either one of them that are in this situation right now. Whichever one you're pouring into, at some point, you know, whatever you're giving is for the betterment of you both. If you are in this partnership and you're bringing each other up together, isn't it? So it's not really, before, what you were doing is me. What we were doing was pouring into people with no commitment. None whatsoever. You're just hoping that your actions will bring forth a commitment. Now what's happened is that you have a commitment whereby you are pouring into something that benefits both of you. On my armpits. But I don't really care. I'll move both ways, you know what I mean? But can we dance? Jasmine. I'm going to be calling Sabrina this week. It's bad. And it's so hot. Trust and believe, yeah, if it wasn't hot, yeah, I would keep it moving. But it's hot. You will, don't hope for reciprocation, expect it. Expect that the choice that you have made and the person that you are choosing to pour into will do the same for you as and when they're in a position to do so. Don't hope. Hope is not a fucking strategy. And you know what, part of me, you know, had a little resentment, you know, with the mid years of my marriage, because I was just like, the fuck is this? But you know what, everything that my ex-husband poured back into me was I feel like financially way more than I ever did. Take me on holidays, buy me shoes, clothes, boots, all the things. It was wonderful. You know what I mean? And we were them goals couples, and he was paying for everything, rent, everything. Took him a while to get himself together, get back on his feet and ting, but it happened. It happened. I mean, we were together for ages. We were together like 18 years. But you know, we both hooked each other up now that I can see it from a different perspective. And he started it. So, all right. Let's get to the next question. So let's look at the divine feminine energy and see what she needs right now. What does she need the most? Because really and truly, if whoever's giving the financial support, the other is giving the support in other ways, the emotional support, the physical support, the spiritual support. Innit? Because if you're not, guess what? You can find another lover. Thank you, angels. So, you know, if you're finding that all you're doing is pouring and getting no type of reciprocation, because not always that, because like I said, in the last reading, money doesn't equate who the fuck you are. It's the other qualities, it's the other stuff. So, so it says, what does the divine feminine need right now? 5 of coins. She needs a fucking, first of all, an initiation into a new way of thinking and being. And second of all, she doesn't need to be left out in the cold when she is pouring. She doesn't need to be left out in the cold when she is pouring into. You understand? She needs that support. She needs the emotional support. She needs the physical support. She needs the spiritual support. Do you understand? So if you're the one receiving masculine energy, because this is for the feminine, if you're the one receiving, then make sure that you are on your job with the other ways of reciprocation, the other love languages. Do you understand? Otherwise, bitch is going to find another lover, and it's not going to be hard for her because she's learned about not being attached. She's learned about finding her own joy and love within herself. You see me? Because she can do it easily now. She can attract whatever the fuck she wants to her. But that's what I'm saying to you lot. At this stage, whatever you've attracted to you is, yes, it can still be a lesson, but you've chosen not to learn through pain and suffering now. You've chosen to learn through joy and love and reciprocation and all of these things. So why would the divine trick you and send you another motherfucker? Because you already know you can find another lover. Easy peasy. You already know, innit? So, please, you know, perspective on what it is you're doing now, divine feminine. The divine feminine from the divine masculine needs support, needs to know that she is safe, that she is secure, that she is loved, that she is honored, that she is treasured, and that she's fine as fuck. You know, that, oops, sorry, I'm obsessed with keep light. I don't need to light because it's still fucking burning. It's still burning. So everything is everything. Can you hit the like button when y'all come in, please, my loves? What does the divine masculine need right now? Apart from not being judged, not being made to feel that they're less than. Because they now have to be in a position to work with their joy, work with the things that they love. You know, I know divine feminine, when you were doing it, no one was there to fucking support you. I know that, I do. But just is what it is. Everything is everything. Maybe this is the way it was meant to be set out. 7 of Sticks. The divine masculine does not need defensiveness. It doesn't need you to be defensive, because this is something I used to do. If I supported a masculine financially, especially, what I would do is make sure that I was in control of everything. Do you understand? So you couldn't make a move, because I would, thank you to Mama Boom TA for the donation, thank you, girl. What I would do is make you know that I was pulling the strings here, and well, they don't need that shit right now, because then they don't need to be put in a position where they will be. Thank you, my darling. It's a thank you, Walter. It's vintage. This is vintage Urban Outfitters. I think I've had it back 20 years. I'm not lying. It's Urban Outfitters that old? Maybe not that old. Maybe 17 years or something. I've had it a really long time though. Anyway, what was I going to say? They don't need to be put in a position where they're made to feel less than. They don't need to be put in a position where they need to be defensive of themselves and how they're moving right now. And I feel like as well, they need a little respite, man. They need a little rest. And if the divine feminine can help accommodate that, go forth, you know, go forth and do what you can do to support and lift up your divine masculine energy right now. And like I said, this isn't just in relationships. This is also for the black man. I'm just saying, all men, yes, you know, all men, because all of y'all are really struggling right now, especially with, you know, you've got the highest rate of suicide and all of this shit, not being able to talk and release your emotions and do this thing, all men. But I feel like my brothers, man, and my fathers and my lovers are particularly going through a very, very strenuous time right now, and that is because they are being forced to be authentic and do the things that they love and that they care about and that they are passionate about. You understand? And therefore that means sometimes not bringing in what they used to bring in, or not being able to provide in the ways that they used to. That's all. So during the transition, we just have to have a little bit of fucking mercy. Can we? You know, if the transition is elongated to ridiculous amounts of time, then it's time to reevaluate. But if, you know, allow the transition to happen. You were given the grace by the divine, and now the divine is asking you to give that same grace to others. I wasn't ready. Did we pray? Like, did we? I mean, we already prayed for the last one, but they're here anyway. I can feel them. I can feel them, especially my brother Joey that passed away. I can feel him, and I can definitely feel Skibbity really a lot during this reading right now. And to be honest with you, both of those were artistic men who used the arts to provide for their families. And I know in the beginning it was never fucking easy, but they had the support that they needed, you know, in order to fully do and be everything that they knew that they were supposed to be. And you know, both of them were extremely successful in their endeavors, but not in the beginning. And in the beginning, that's where we are right now. No. Woo! Come on now. Listen, some of you have been bamboozled into this shit as well. Some of you were not particularly looking for anything or open to anything, but it came to you anyway. And now you are like, the fuck? What the fuck are you doing here? Oh my God. And I'm having to deal with your transition and your this and your that, man. I was alright. But you're here now. And if you removed the root of the problem, isn't it a very beautiful experience? Isn't it a very beautiful experience? And it, or not removed it, change your perspective. If you changed your perspective on the whole root of the problem right now in the new, it's a very fucking beautiful experience, yo. Deborah Cox is dominating. She's dominating this reading. How we go about making a compromise. So at this point, how do you go about making a compromise where everybody's happy? Whoever's pouring is happy to be pouring. Whoever's receiving is able to pour in a different way. How do you make a compromise here? Well, I feel like I already told you how you do that shit, but let's see what the cards say. Five of Knives. What you can do for compromise is to avoid conflict. You got remember what I told you about your tongue, divine feminine? Remember what I told you about your mouth, yeah? Being out here, reminding people what you're doing and how you're doing it, and because really and truly you feel some type of way, don't do it. If you really truly feel some type of way, just don't fucking do it, innit? Don't do that and then, you know, move accordingly with whatever that decision brings you. Do you know what I mean? But don't do anything that you don't want to do. Don't do anything that you're uncomfortable with, that there's then going to turn you into a super bitch. Okay, so don't let, and also masculine energy, what you need to do is don't make the feminine have to ask you to pour into her in other ways. Don't let her have to open up her mouth and ask you nothing. Instinctively know what you could do. Be kind. Think about what you could do to sweet her, so that angels live in the music, so do the demons, but you have to use your discernment. But they're killing it, innit? So yeah, masculine energy, in order to avoid the sharp tongue, also, you know, try to just, you know, bear with her as well. You know, so even if she's having an off day, Tiana! Wait, I need to get the legs. It's better if I had trousers on and more space because I've got something here and I've got something here. Bear with her, especially, you know, track stars who get scared and, you know, may want to bolt because it's a little bit overwhelming. It's a lot, you know, just... I mean, we shouldn't have too much at this point, but, you know, some of us weren't even ready for this thing or didn't even see it coming like that. Next thing you know. If I had more room, I'd be doing it better. Especially if I had a hat on as well. I mean, just bear with us. Just bear with us, you know, because we're not looking for perfection out here, really, are we? What we are looking for is harmony. We're looking for harmony, you know, so... Gonna work for everybody. Great way to find compromise. Hey, gorgeous. And the final outcome. We're at the end. What's the final outcome for these two beautifuls? Umi says shine your light. Umi says shine your light on the world. That's the final outcome. You both shine in this bitch. Nobody is less than anybody. Everybody gets honored. Everybody gets celebrated. Everybody gets loved. Everybody gets the reciprocation. He ain't no perfect man. He's just trying to do the best that he can with what is he has. The angels are killing it. What's the final outcome for these two beautifuls? These beautifuls. Lord Jesus, it's hot. Stuck in my hand. Told you this deck. Look at this. High Priestess. In both of our readings, we've got the High Priestess. We have to use our intuition. We have to use our instincts. We have to use our magic, you know, to transmute shit that we know is not serving not only us, but the relationship. We have to use our discernment as to how and when to move in any particular situation. This is also an initiation. You know, Miss Ida, she locked herself in a room for 7 nights, burning candles and praying to strengthen her already root working gift. And after her initiation, she came out and was one of the most popular root workers to ever do it. And so this initiation, this initial stage of the game where you're being tested to see, do you really want this? Is this really thick and thin for you? Or are you only here for the thick stuff? Are you only here for the ups and not the downs? Are you only here, can you stand the motherfucking rain? If that song plays, I mean, can you stand the motherfucking rain when it falls? You understand? Because it could be even in a flip, you know, you could have met somebody, they could have been up, up, up. Both of you could have been up, up, up. You take one turn and you're down, down, down. What do? Bust up because why? Because why? You couldn't support each other through this transition or this stage of change, or money and financial gain and wealth and all these things is the foundation of your love, and it's all that matters. You're gonna be fucked. You're gonna be fucked. In these times, it doesn't support that shit. It doesn't support that shit. So let's pull a romance angel after I pull on my spliff. So just hitting different. I told you, Black man's going for a lot right now. It's a lot. More than just their finances and stuff. They are really being recollaborated, reworked. They're being tested on to the nth degree. And being asked constantly, who the fuck are you? Do you know who the fuck you are? Do you know that you're a motherfucking god? But are we really here for them? We just say that with our mouth. You know what I mean? Like I said, if it comes down to the chips, are you really there for them? Woo! Hey! And you know what? It's not on no love playlist, you know. It's just on my random playlist. Anything could play out of here. But these songs are playing. So you're being tested and asked, is that what you really want? And if it is, I'm going to put some tests in front of you to see if you really want what you say you want. If you really say you're going to put in the work that needs to be put into this thing, you can do it. Take a picture. When I confess my love, I hope you are recording. Ooh, I just got a really high pitch in my ears. So like, ask a question then. All right, can we get one overall energy card for the divine feminine first, please? Ooh. Got two then. So the masculine will get two as well. Fam, the Foxy, girl, listen, the angels be angeling. So divine feminine, you got romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So to pour in, like I said, you wouldn't attract another waste man unless you're still a waste gal. I'm just saying. So if you've attracted another waste man, you've only got yourself to blame. You can't be attracting waste man at this time. You are attracting divine beings because you yourself have become a divine being. Because remember, Sister Earth is going through a transformation whereby she's becoming a sacred planet. That means you are too. So if you've become sacred, then you're going to attract sacred. So whatever you are feeling, what you're experiencing right now, the romantic feelings that are real and need to be explored. Feelings are worth exploring. And when they're saying exploring, it means exploring. You don't explore like... You're just out there, like Indiana motherfucking Jones. Get me? Fearlessly. Fearlessly. And whatever is thrown in front of you, you can handle that shit. You also got reconciliation. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, I want to address this because I don't want none of you to think that I'm still skating around the fact that once upon a time, this used to mean this whole twin flame mess. Yeah, mess. When I say mess, I mean the thing that was the weirdest narrative ever. That's what that used to mean. You was gonna hook up with somebody from your past or returning from a past life. Is this person? Let me tell you something. Do you think there was only that one person in your past life? In past lives, do you think you only had relationships with that one person from past lives? Not to say that you didn't have those relationships with that one person in past life, but you had relationships with others, and others are starting to come back. If this particular past life person ain't doing the do, somebody else will turn up, and guess what? They will do the do, and if they don't do the do, guess what? Something else from a past life will turn up, because this is a cycle. We've been fucking with each other for the whole fucking time. So this whole narrative that it was only one person that could only possibly be coming back from your past, that is only possibly for you, is a crock of shit. Let me just say. I'm going to stick to that. And so someone from your past is returning to your life, and that could be definitely from a past life. So, watch the angels! Just get all sexy and shit! Kundalini energy is rife, you people. Alright, so, remember what I said? I remember saying it, because I remember saying it and not really thinking that I believed it, but of course I believed it. And I said, what if the twin flame isn't the be-all and end-all, and what if there's something even more magnificent, more intense, more thrilling, more passionate, more loving, and more rewarding, and more spiritual than this? What if there is something more than that? What if? And you are stuck in this one thing because you think that's the be-all and end-all, because that's what you've been told, that's what somebody said. I don't know. Only to find out thousands of years later that was all a lie, and that there was bigger and better for you. Imagine. I took my earrings out because they were really heavy in my ears, but you know, for the look, they were killing it. But they were heavy in my ears, man. I had enough. And you know, when you smoke a little weed, everything relaxes, including your ears. So whatever's dragging down has to go. Even clothes sometimes have to come off because it's just too much, too heavy. Divine masculine energy. What's the overall divine masculine energy for this love reading, which we're again close to an hour. I mean, we're doing really great, man. Woo! Girls and boys. Girls and boys. Them and they. I don't want to leave no one out. Listen. Sounding very grown and sexy, this thing, yeah, remember what I said? Mass hair. And especially with this type of initial challenges at the beginning of relationships, if y'all can conquer and overcome these types of things and still come up on top, both of you rise like fucking cream. Cash rule everything around me, cream, get the money. If you can still do that, imagine what the fuck y'all are gonna do and be. Remember I told you power couples are a thing, and I've always been one half of a power couple, so it would be very confusing to me as to not have somebody that's of the same ilk by my side. So we got healing family issues. That's the overall theme for divine masculines right now. So a lot of them are being dragged during this Pluto retrograde and Capricorn retrograde. Remember, it's Papa discipline. They're being dragged to really look at themselves in the dynamic of the family. Are they respected? Are they seen? Are they heard? You know what I mean? Especially if at this time as well they're experiencing financial difficulty, and you know, the family could be either looking at them side eye or supporting them. And sometimes the support can also feel like codependency, because that's something that they've been used to. But I feel like at this time, I feel like the masculine energy wants to be in a position where they pull themselves out of this shit, with the support of their feminine, not necessarily financial support. This can just be spiritual, mental support, in order to get through whatever they're going through right now. So family issues, healing family issues is a theme for masculine energy right now, as well as the only reason they're experiencing financial difficulties because they're moving from this patriarchal 9-to-5 slavery bullshit, working every hour that God sends to provide mentality, to much more into their feminine energy of creativity, of finding their own feet as their own leader. And the transition is causing financial issues, but there's still also the family issues as well. So that's the overall theme for the divine masculine. So yeah, it's interesting. It's realistic is what it is. It's fucking realistic. Let's pull a goddess and then we out. It's realistic. Janet, yeah. Crystal goddess. Ooh. Shit. This is Greece 101, you know. It is so hot, even now. And what time it is getting dark, it's hot. It's like I've got to go out and walk around here. I can just go to my bed. I just want to do that. I just want to do that, eat something, go to my bed. Oh, Foxy Moon Premiere girl, thank you, man. While here having a little interval, if you guys want any Mama D products, bath salts, goddess bath salts, today's the perfect day for it. The Venus Day, Sage Stick, today's the perfect day for it. Hair oils, whatever you want, readings, spiritual counselling, you can book all of that and gain all of that, purchase all of that on my website, mamadproducts.co.uk, and the link is in the description below. Makes me feel so fucking together when I say it. It's exciting for me. Anyway, again, thanks to Kate. Kate Harris is the beautiful queen that built my website. She's our G, she's Angel Gang Gang. She's one of my guardian angels in this bitch here. Because trust and believe there would be no website without Kate Harris. Know that. We got pink granite, and imagine in the original reading, in the full moon reading, we got I went to the Egyptian I can't remember the name of the fucking book, Egyptian birth signs book, and we talked about the Sphinx, and what surrounds her is pink granite, which actually is not found in that part of Egypt, in Cairo. So they would have had to have dragged that stone, crystal, as we can see, all the way from somewhere else. How the fuck did they do it all? You get me? So yeah, she's surrounded by pink granite. It's everywhere. It's all on the walls. It's on the floors. It's fucking everywhere. It's beautiful. And I have a few pieces of pink granite from Egypt. I mean, I did ask. I asked, and I did do two works. You get me? And they said, yeah, go on, true. So I took it. It's 36. It's a 9. Keep sweat, yeah. Some baby's gonna be born in this year season. Y'all will be getting pregnant. What the fuck you mean? Some of y'all are getting pregnant. Because keep sweat equals pregnancy. Did you know that? It did in the 90s anyway. You shouldn't listen to me anyway. Let me just focus. Pink granite, the lightning bolt. Pink granite has the highest paramagnetic resonance of all stones and creates immense energy. Isn't that gorgeous for the lovers, huh? Self-understanding. You are an Egyptian with the arcane knowledge that role entails, but you originate in the stars. You understand cycles of birth, death, and rebirth, and immortality. You have been involved in ancient power struggles. So this should be a fucking walk in the park for Honor. Cut yourself loose. Become more grounded. Learning experiences occur regularly, and serendipitous synchronicities put you in exactly the right place at the right time. Everything is everything. Everything is exactly as it should be. All you need to do is flow, and don't try to control things, and don't let fear fuck you up. Remember that boogeyman I was telling you about in the full moon reading? Nobody ain't afraid of no boogeyman, so no one ain't lacing up no shoes taking flight. Where you going? Some of y'all getting pregnant. Divination. Be assertive and make things happen. Events move with surprising speed once you focus your intention. So some of you divine feminines, you've come into these new relationships with people that don't necessarily know the magic that you do. Teach them, show them how it works, so that all the pressure is not on you, so that you are showing them that they have their own magic and that they can manifest their own shit and focus their own energy and intentions into whatever the fuck they want in the same way that you have, which has given you the financial freedom and respite that you are currently experiencing. It's not about saving a hidden nigger or saving a hoe out here, you know, not anymore. It's about teaching what you already know. Each one teach one, strengthens you. Imagine both of you have got the knowledge, rather than one of you having the knowledge and continuously with your God complex trying to save a motherfucker. See the whole picture before deciding. The reason why I'm squinting is because my glasses fell that way and I haven't got time, you know what I mean? Be pragmatic, but don't give power away. Be pragmatic, but don't give your power away. Because even your God complex got you fucked up. Because all you're doing is pouring your energy into something that you're hoping to fix or that isn't quite right. What you've got is something that is perfect for you and is absolutely fine the way it is. It's just in a bit of hardship at the minute. And all you're being asked to do is to support in any way that you can. Doesn't necessarily mean that you need to save nobody though. Or outdo yourself or put yourself in a fucking position that makes you fucking resentment and start moving mad. Resentful and start moving mad. Or get a motherfucker to become defensive, you know, causing the 5 of fucking swords. We're not doing that cycle. This is some codependency motherfucking song you hear. Lord Jesus. But it made me think. I've been thinking about this, you know. I've been thinking about it because I'm thinking, this is some real deep codependency shit. You really don't want no one fucking being a junkie for you, you know what I mean? Fiending for you and all of that shit. Jodeci got us in some toxic shit, yeah? But really and truly, is it so bad to feel wanted and needed? You know, has this community completely got us into a situation where being wanted and needed has become a bad or toxic thing? Or wanting somebody has become toxic? I don't know, because then I've gone backwards then, because I want and I need. I want and I have needs. Do you understand? And if my needs are being met from a particular person, then that's the person that my needs are being met with, so I need them. How's that a bad thing? I mean, I won't die without anybody. I can continue to go on with life. We can continue. We don't perish if we don't have the support. But to have it, to want and need it, is that a bad thing? I don't know. Become more grounded. Learning experiences occur regularly, and serendipitous synchronicities put you in exactly the right place at the right time, and things exactly as it should be. Divination. Be assertive and make things happen. Events move with surprising speed once you focus your intention. See the whole picture before deciding. Be pragmatic, but don't give power away. Maintain balance in a relationship. You need diplomacy and tact. You need diplomacy and tact. You need tact. Especially divine feminine bitch. You need tact. Girl. Lightning can strike twice. If dealing with ancient strife, look at the bigger picture. Because it's not the first time, it's not your first time at the rodeo. Y'all have been through this shit before. Maybe you're having to go through this cycle again to do a different thing and have a different outcome and different experience. It's not impossible, not in these times, is it? Healing insight. Everything must pass away. Death precedes transformation and rebirth. So it's just understanding, that this is a cycle and not everything stays the same. Change is the only thing that is, oh, look at that. Battery dead, but ready to come out. Oh, I love this song. It's perfect ending. I think we're almost at the end. So as I was saying, not everything stays the same. So this time too shall pass. Frequency. Earthly and high, chakra all, timing out of the blue. Soul path. Remember, what's her name? Deborah Cox. How did you get here? Soul path, a lightning conductor for positive change. A lightning conductor for positive change. So this is just, I feel, what everybody is going through right now is just an initiation to see if you really want what you say you fucking want. That's all. Listen to the words of this song. This guy, Afronaut Zoo. Is his tone for me. Two top ones. Gonna need my glasses. Let's see if I can grab them. Oh. So fucking hot. Alright, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, your card is Selene. Selene, Queen of the Starlit Heavens, is the ancient Greek goddess of the moon. She carries the moon across the sky in a white chariot driven by winged horses or bulls. She is the totality of the moon, with its waxing into fullness and waning into darkness. Selene fell in love with immortal Endymion. When she descended to the earth to join Endymion, he fell into a deep sleep. from which he never awoke. Selene continued to visit him nightly. In later Greek mythology, Selene represents the full moon, while Artemis represents the crescent or waxing moon. The Hecate at the waning and dark moon, hence Selene is Phoebe, meaning bright shining. She is traditionally represented with the crescent moon as a diadem. Selene represents the fullness of life, incorporating all phases of light and darkness in her shining. Incorporating all phases of light and darkness in her shining. You hear that? If you want to be in this thing, yeah, you have to take the rough with the smooth. Can you stand the rain? Or love divine feminine? And divine masculine energy got changing woman. Changing woman is perhaps the most revered of deities among the Native Americans of the southwestern United States. She is wholly benevolent. She is a wholly benevolent figure, for it is changing woman who gives the people their abundance and who provides the teachings that allow them to live in harmony with all the things. So don't think that the divine masculine energy ain't got a whole heap to teach you. Whether they know about all of this wizzy woo woo stuff that we're into or not, don't think they ain't got a bag of shit to teach you, fam. Especially about standing steady and firm in the shit that you want. In the initiation ceremony of Navajo women, the initiate takes in the power of changing woman so that she might learn the values of love, hospitality, and generosity. So these are, look at these beautiful virtues that the divine masculine has being bestowed upon them, the values of love, hospitality, and generosity, and know that she herself is a source of food and harmony. Changing woman received her name because she can change at will from a baby to a girl, to a young woman, to an old woman, and then back again. Very much alive today, she is a tremendously nourishing goddess who teaches the wisdom of nature and the cycle of birth and death. Here we go again with this birth, life, death, rebirth, cycles, understanding that first of all, no one actually belongs to you. This is just your turn. $. You understand? Nothing is your possession. So don't try to possess anything. Don't try to become codependent on anything out here. Remember what I said? You know, you're not going to die if you're doing shit alone. But it's okay to want and need help and love and fucking all of the things that come with it. It's okay. Doesn't make you less of a deeply enlightened spiritual person, okay? No matter what this fucking community is out here telling you. And also that twin flame is the be all and end all of all of the loves. No, it is not. I'll tell you that from nothing. Okay, boom. That's the end. I love or not. This was a bit longer, but I've done what I said I would do. I'll be back maybe Sunday, and I'll do the 5 aspects of the soul for this week, so that next week, the end of next week, we can carry on with the series. But yes, my wife's birthday party tomorrow, so if you're on my Instagram, follow me on Instagram, because you're going to see all of the tea and the excitement. Okay, all right, I love you guys, and I'll see you lot soon.